I just wanted to talk briefly about what is decision making, because that's what we're going to be going on to, like conditional programming soon, which is very interesting. So basically, conditional programming. In fact, I can get rid of standard boot now. I don't need that. Well, actually, I do, because that's what we're going to talk about. Conditional programming is essentially what that is. It's where there's multiple things that can happen depending on something else. So, for example, I could say if the user is over 12 years old, then welcome them into a restaurant. Otherwise, if they're not over 12, if they're younger than 12, then say, go away, I don't want you screaming around in my restaurant. So that's the basics of decision making. You can have two different outcomes, or multiple, three, or even it can even be more than two outcomes. So different outcomes depending on some sort of condition. Now we'll be talking about conditions in the next episode, in the next video. But what I just wanted to sort of say what conditioning is. So if you are, oh, why am I typing in capitals? If user is over 12, come in, say, welcome to the or welcome to the cafe, we'll say. How do I... There? Sorry. Welcome to the cafe. Otherwise, or else, we'll be looking at. Otherwise, if they're not over 12, say, go away. I don't want kids in my cafe. So, as you can see from this basic program, we can do different things depending on whether the user or person, we can say, because it's a more real life example, if the person is over 12, and that's a condition, so that's basically, in more human terms, that is something that can be true or false. Basically, they might be over. If they're over 12, then that's true. If they're not over 12, then that's false. So we're saying if they're over 12, well, yeah, you can come into the cafe. Actually, I need to close my speech marks. They can say welcome to the cafe, and we're also saying if they're not over 12 or else or otherwise, then we're doing something else. So that's the basics from conditional programming, and we can have different, for example, inside of one of these conditions. So instead of having, say, welcome to the cafe, we could have another if statement that can sort of run inside of another if statement. So you can have what's called nested if statements, and we'll be talking about those in another video. But for now, you just need to know that conditional programming is where you can do different things. Is where you can do different things depending on depending on a condition or depending on a value.